Do a very quick demonstration on Photopea or Photopea or Photopea, depending on what you like to call it. I'm going to initially edit and enhance a photograph just to demonstrate how similar it is to Photoshop, and then I'm going to layer a second photo, flatten the image, and then show you how we save stuff. The only real difference between this and standard Photoshop is how we save the photo. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go to Open. I'm now going to click on my first image on the PowerPoint, on the directory, and get that open. So what happened there is the image is uploaded into the cloud where the software exists. First thing I'm going to do is a little bit of a crop, and I'm going to crop into this part of the rows here, and then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to click the tick. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments and Levels, and then I'm going to just move it out of the way. Always plonks itself in the middle for some reason. Make the dark bits just a little bit darker, and I'm going to bring the right hand slider across to get the nice light and leave it at that. Okay, so that's my first image edited. Now, to layer a photo, obviously I need to bring a second photo in. So I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Open, and I'm going to click on the second photo there and bring that in. Now with this one, just do a quick adjustment. I can adjust all the usual things, levels, curves, exposure, vibrance, etc, etc. Just do a quick tweak on levels. Let's bring the light in a little bit more on that. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to go to Image Adjustments and Hue and Saturation. And I'm just going to increase the saturation just a shade. There we go. Right, so now I have two photos. You can see the top on the bar here, the two different images. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the first photo, and I'm going to highlight the whole thing using the rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to drag, click and drag. I then go to Edit and Copy. There are keyboard shortcuts for this thing if you prefer. Then I'm going to go to Edit and Paste. And what you'll find is the second photo I've just pasted, or the first image I did, is smaller because I cropped it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to Edit, I'm going to go to Transform, and I'm going to go to Scale. This enables me to stretch and scale the photo up. So I am slightly distorting the photograph, and drag that across. In fact, I could actually drag down, bring it back into proportion slightly more. I'm then going to click on OK. So what I've got now, if you look on the right hand side here, as I would expect with Photoshop, I have a layer 1 and a background. Now, the rose, the dried rose set in ice, is set above the orange. I can reduce the opacity, which enables me to blend in from one photo into the other. On the different channels here as well, I've got normal. There's a full range here. Now, one of my favourite ones at the moment is the hard light tool. Creates some really nice, interesting effects. So I'm going to do the hard light tool. I'm going to reduce the opacity just a little bit, and I'm quite happy with that now. So what I'm going to do, my two layers, I'm going to flatten the image. So I go to Layer, and then go down to Flatten Image, which is just off the screen there. The image is now flattened. Now, I need to save it. I want to save it as a JPEG. That's the format we generally use at school, rather than the PSD, which is a Photoshop file, which is somewhat larger. Now, if I go to File, I would normally go to Save As. I can only save it as a PSD. To get a JPEG, what I need to do is export it as a JPEG, then ask about the quality. 70% quality is quite enough. It's got the size on there, and what I do is I save it. And what that does is that it's just off the screen there, it downloads the photograph. That photograph is now saved as a JPEG under the name 0643, and that is saved into my downloads file. That's on a Mac, and I'm sure it'll be the same on a PC as well. So that is basically how you layer a photograph. What I could also do, now I've flattened the photo, I can also do adjustments, the levels, tones, and all the other things as well, just to really enhance it. So I hope that helps. Watch the video as many times as you need to. It is fairly simple, just like it would be on Photoshop, with just that slight difference in how we save the photo. We have to export it.